And a very good evening to all my viewers. It's right now Tuesday, March 14th, 2023. It's exactly 11:09 p.m. going on 11:10 p.m. And we are here outside the Square Victoria Metro Station here in Montreal, where we're going to do a bit of a walking video, a bit of a metro ride video, and everything in between. So it's going to be a random video, this. Just checking out the sights and the sounds of downtown. Not sure where I'm going to go, but as long as I am walking around, getting my steps in, and you know, doing a little bit of metro riding here and there, and we'll see where we end up. So right now, like I said, this is Square Victoria Metro Station. This is on the orange line of the Montreal metro system, and we are walking now in the east direction. So the clocks have changed. We are now an hour ahead compared to where we were last week. This time last week it was 10:10 p.m. Now it's 11:10 p.m. So when the clocks changed, we lost an hour of sleep. But the good news is we have longer daylight hours now, so there's more daylight to work with. And spring is only a week or so away, I believe. So I don't even know what direction I want to go in the metro. I'll tell you what, whatever direction this train is, we'll take the opposite. Here's a card reader that's completely out of service. Oh, it looks like they're both directions, which means, well, I guess we'll just pick one and stick with it. Get a little look here at the trains departing, both Azure trains, of course. That's the only thing that runs on the orange line. That one going towards Go for 2, this one Montmorency. So how about we take the Montmorency direction and, well, see where we end up. Maybe take it to the blue line, maybe take it to the yellow line. Who knows? We'll see. You know, it's fun doing these types of videos, these spontaneous videos where you just basically go wherever, I guess, fate takes you. This here is apparently a work of art. It says here there's a signature there, I think, on the bottom. It looks like some kind of metal with a weld on it. I never actually noticed this before. So what we'll do is we're going to wait for our train because it is nighttime. Probably be, I say, a 6 to 9 minute wait. We'll take a look over here and see. There's the current time, 11:13. And 5 minutes to wait. So I'll pause the video, and once the train gets closer, we'll get a nice shot of it approaching from the tunnel here. Well, it says the train's coming in 4 minutes. Maybe this is a deadheading train. Oh boy. I did forget that little detail, that there's probably a concert or something tonight. But it's interesting here as we get on set 41. Maybe only take it a stop or two. But it's interesting how the clock said it was 4 minutes till the next train. And yet here it is, it arrived early. I thought we were getting a deadheading train. Yeah, it even says 3 minutes. It's very rare for the clock not to be accurate. It does happen.
Prochaine station, Place d'Armes.
Well, since we're heading towards Place d'Armes, maybe what I'll do is I'll get off Place d'Armes and maybe walk to the green line from Place d'Armes, because the pathway's open again right as you get out of Place d'Armes. I'll show you what I mean. There's a pathway, stairs. It used to be closed, at least for a little while, and it finally reopened. I think it's been a year that it was closed, but now it's finally reopened, and we get access to that.
Station Place d'Armes.
And this, of course, serves Old Montreal and Yule Port, one of two metro stations that do that. The other being Champ de Mars, which is the one east of here. Yeah, there must have been a concert or something tonight. Reserve set 68. Yeah, so we're gonna turn here left, and then we're gonna go turn right, and we're gonna walk through this pathway here coming up, and then maybe we'll exit on René Lévesque and then go back inside the underground network. Here's the Palais des Congrès, the Montreal Convention Center. Yeah, so up until recently this was all boarded off here, big board, and now it's reopened again. So this connects right to the Green Line, Place des Arts metro station. Basically this is walking north. If you were to stay underground, you'd eventually get to what's the place, Place du Canada? Oh no, sorry, Complexe Guy Favreau, and then eventually to Complexe Desjardins. And there's a nice view looking over Viger Street to the east. Yeah, I haven't walked through here in possibly over a year. It's good to see they opened it again. Here's Chinatown. I like these old lamps here. Really cool. Old style lamps. Yeah, so this is all underground, but like I said, I'll probably go above ground occasionally because I do want to mix the video up a bit. This is an exit here. Not sure if it's functional. Actually, we'll check and see. Why not? No, it has that red light on. No, it is functional. So here is one of the exits in this underground pathway, but we're going to continue on our way here. And got a little skylight up here. Obviously during the daytime it's illuminated. Yeah, so this tunnel takes you to different places with the same general path, the same general direction, north. And you can see the sign coming up, all the places that this path goes. So Complexe Guy Favreau is next. Then it's Complexe Desjardins and Place des Arts. Not just Place des Arts itself, but Place des Arts metro station. So Complexe Guy Favreau is actually a Government of Canada building. You can see right there. There's the Canadian flag. And you know what, we'll take the elevator because why not? When I first started my YouTube channel, I used to come here all the time and film. In fact, oh, somebody's in there cleaning. In fact, this is one of the places that I would frequent often. This is in late 2015 when I first started my YouTube channel. So we're coming up here to a beautiful mural. I don't know if it's still there. I think, yeah, it's still here. There used to be a YMCA in this building here. The YMCA shut down. I used to smell the chlorine when I walked by here. And here's a cool, beautiful mural. Has like a tropical or Asian Fiji type setting. Really cool. Not sure what city that is. I see a plane there. It says Emirates. Really nice artwork. And this is the passport office. All kinds of different things here. Services Canada. That's where you can fill out papers and stuff. Documents. Do job searches. Now look at the lights here. Really nice. Really cool. There's René Lévesque Boulevard just up there. So we're going to stay inside for now. And we're coming up now to Complexe Desjardins. And if you're wondering where we are on the map, out of curiosity or whatever, well, we started the metro, we started the video right here, Square Victoria, took the train here, the metro, and now we're walking right through here. We're about here right now, I'd say, about to go through this tunnel, and we're gonna get to Complexe Desjardins and Place des Arts Metro. So that's pretty much what we're doing. So, as I was mentioning, when I first started my YouTube channel, this was a common walk that I would do for my video. And you know, it's always interesting going back and seeing how things have changed, but have also remained the same since the beginning of my channel, you know? Certain places, certain things. And as, you know, fellow YouTuber in the West Island, Jack Casey, a Base Guy Show, said, you know, we're basically documenting history. That's what we're doing. And, you know, this is, when you are filming, you are recording history. So that's part of the reason I do have my channel. You know, it's not just to, you know, share the sights and sounds with other parts of the world, other viewers, which I do love doing. It's also to document history and kind of record history. Alright, so now we are coming up to Complexe Desjardins, which in the winter time around Christmas has beautiful interactive displays. I wouldn't say interactive, but really cool holiday themed displays. The fountain lights up, they have a big light show. Because it's nighttime right now, and I think past a certain time, they're not going to have the fountain on, but look at that ceiling, beautiful. You know what, we'll do a little elevator ride here, because I know some of my viewers love the elevator here. And there's all kinds of stores here and whatnot. So let's go to the elevator and I'll show you guys the view. And then we'll head outside and then go back inside. This elevator's stubborn sometimes. You really have to press this button hard. There we go. Alright, so see if we can get to the top. I don't think so. Oh, we can. Perfect. So we'll go to the 5th and then we'll come down to back to the 2nd. So here it is, beautiful view, Complexe Desjardins.
You go first.
Actually, you know what? We'll take it to the 3rd. And I'll tell you what, we'll go here on René Levesque, because I mean we've pretty much seen the whole place now. And what I want to do, I want to head back out, turn around, and then head back towards Place des Arts, but do an outdoor segment. There's a Complexe Desjardins logo, which, by the way, is the headquarters for the Desjardins Bank. This is the Desjardins Bank headquarters, which is a Quebec-based bank. I'll go back out. And there's where we were earlier, Complexe Guy Favreau. There's that blue light. So we'll head back out now, and we're gonna do some walking on the street for a bit. There's the flags, by the way. Canadian flag is on the left, Quebec flag is just to the right of it, Montreal flag is to the right of that, and the Desjardins flag is at the far right. So if you ever see green lights in the sky, this is where it's coming from. You see these lights here? They're basically shining up, and they basically go right to where the clouds are. So that's why a lot of people see these green lights miles away, kilometers away. Sometimes it's mixed up for the northern lights, believe it or not. But definitely not the northern lights. Has the same kind of color to it a bit, but... And there's a big Canadian flag over there. Should have brought my gimbal with me, but it's okay. Alright, so now we're going to walk here and we're going to turn left. And this is Saint Urbain Street. And we'll walk outside for a bit and get some fresh air. Checking the time here. It's 11:28 p.m. Wind is picking up. It is windy, so I apologize for that, but spring is coming. It is definitely in the air. I can sense it, I can feel it. And look, Pixie racks. They are coming out. A lot of these were out all year, but they are coming out. Membership is available in a couple of days, I think, or a couple of weeks. And yes, I will be getting a Pixie membership again this year. And the pricing, I was a little nervous because of inflation and everything, but the pricing is not that bad. It's pretty similar to what it was last year. I think $5 more. Here's the Hydro-Quebec building. So this is where the Hydro-Quebec headquarters are. We'll cross over here. Hydro-Quebec is, of course, where we get our electricity supply from. They're the state electrical power company. Here in Canada, it's provincial jurisdiction. If you live in the US, it's sort of like a state. Provinces are like a state, analogous to a state. So Hydro-Quebec's in charge of our electrical grid and maintenance for the electrical grid and administration. And hydro comes from the word water, hydro, because all of, I'd say, well, not all of, but a very large majority of our power, our electrical power here, is supplied by water dams, hydroelectric dams, up north in Hudson Bay, James Bay. That's one thing that Quebec's famous for, is their hydroelectric capabilities. I think they even sell some of the electrical power to other places around, I think New Brunswick and the US neighboring states like Maine, Vermont, New York. Alright, so continue to make our way north here. And there's Place des Arts right here. I was debating whether or not to do a live feed tonight, a live stream while I was walking and taking the metro, but I decided, you know what, I'll just do a walking video, metro video, whatever, because I've been doing a lot of lives lately and it's not a bad thing at all. I just wanted to do a regular video for a change. Another view at Complex Desjardins. This is a bus that's out of service, city bus 3100 series from the year 2021. No, sorry, 2011. Yeah, so that's from the year 2011. So we're going to keep walking outside for a bit and maybe make our way to Place des Arts. Inside the metro, I don't know yet. Maybe even, just maybe, get an MR73 metro ride. Like I said, there's lots of places to consider going. And by the way, tomorrow, I think around, I think in the evening, I think it's supposed to be some snow moving in, maybe some rain, some showers. So, and it's supposed to be 5 degrees later in the week, 5 degrees Celsius. So this is the Quartier des Spectacles. So this is like the entertainment quarter where we're in right now. It's where you have like your, like I said, Place des Arts and Montreal Symphony Orchestra is actually in this building, the MSO. They have their own building. They used to use Place des Arts, but now they have their own building in here. Got some art here. Oh, that skating rink is there, but I think it's closed now. I didn't get the chance to go skating outside again this year. I kept putting it off and, well, it never happened. So I'm probably gonna maybe make a reservation for some indoor skating at 1000 de la Gauchetière in their Bonaventure metro station. So now we are on Boulevard de Maisonneuve West, I believe. I think we're still on west, or we might be on the east portion of it. Maybe walk by Fire Station 5. Yeah, so now this is the Maisonneuve, and the next street here is Ontario Street. And there's Place des Arts Metro. So I was gonna go into Place des Arts Metro, but you know what we'll do instead? We'll just keep walking outside and maybe go into another metro station. There's the 80 bus, Parc du Parc. That's articulated Arctic LFS, low floor series. I wonder how much life these buses have, these articulated STM, well, not just STM, but articulated Nova buses built from 2011, 2012, 2013, whatever. Wondering how much life is left in them. So now we're walking again east. We're walking eastbound again. And there's the rink, the outdoor skating rink. Has some lights on right now. I don't know if it's actually open. Not now, but if it's actually open still for the season, or I don't think so. I mean, I think it's a little too warm now. And this is Clark Street coming up here. You can see Clark. And here's a bike path that's open all year round. Kept clear with the sidewalks and the roads. So when they do the roads and the sidewalks, they also clear the bike path as well. And coming up now is Boulevard Saint Laurent. Saint Laurent Boulevard, also known as the Main. because Saint Laurent Boulevard, I mentioned this in a lot of videos, especially in the 1900s, 1910s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Used to be probably the main street in Montreal. A lot of businesses. There's a lot of history on this street, especially as you go north this way. The Mile End district. So if you take the 55, it goes right through those historical areas, and a lot of old delis and shops and shoe shops, clothing stores. So a very big part of Montreal's history, especially a big part of the Jewish history in Montreal. So whenever you hear someone mention the main, they're talking about Saint Laurent Boulevard, which translates to St. Lawrence Boulevard, which is also by the name of the river which flows around Montreal, the St. Lawrence River. So there's Fire Station 5 coming up. So another thing worth mentioning about Saint Laurent Boulevard is it literally goes from the southern part of Montreal all the way to the northern part of Montreal. Oh, we got something here, guys. What is this? A response? No, that's outside the station. Ah, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, it's a medical call, probably. Yeah, interesting place for a medical call, right beside the fire station. That's probably truck 205 right there, which is usually parked right there in the middle, I think. So that's what that siren was we just heard before. So if we were here a bit earlier, we would have probably gotten a response. But oh well. So maybe we'll wait a minute and see this truck backing up back into the station, get a bit of footage. So pause the video and see how long it is until this truck returns. And we'll get it backing up back into the fire station or the fire hall. Alright, while we're waiting, I just want to show you this really nice mural here. And there's a couple of these around, and I think there's one for each season. And I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but that could be Montreal. That's where that painting is, probably from Montreal. Looking south into the city from one of the trails on Montreal. No, we'll take a walk up and see, because don't want to wait too long here. Get a view of the truck. Good old Pierce, so actually not old, very new truck. And since we're coming down this street, or going up this street, we'll maybe turn right in the next street and then come back down. Or maybe we'll go right to Sherbrooke Metro, because Sherbrooke is very close. Yep, 205. And here, by the way, is one of the main offices for the fire prevention. It's not just a fire station, but also, I think those are fire prevention vehicles. Electric ones too, I think. Here's a hotel in here, so maybe it's probably a medical call for the hotel. And are we going uphill? Oh, here's something else coming. I'm wondering if it's paramedic supervisor. Probably another medical call. If it's a paramedic supervisor, it'd be nice to catch it rolling up. Just wait a minute and see. Yeah, exactly what I thought. Oh no, this isn't it's not paramedic supervisor, it's advanced aid care. This is an advanced medical vehicle. So they're one step up from the paramedics. So they can provide advanced care. That's what this is. That's why it says soins avancés. But they have the same vehicles as the paramedic supervisors, those Ford police interceptors are called. And also the police have them, and also like I said, the fire department as well. So at least we got to see that. I'm not going to stay too long here. I'm going to continue the walking video. Looks like the crew of Station 5 is going back to the truck. That looks like the advanced care vehicle's leaving. Sometimes they come for a bit and then they leave. Alright, so this is St. Norbert Street, so we'll continue our walk. It's a little bit of action that sometimes you will come across even during walking videos. There's a very old building. Kind of reminds me of old Montreal here, the vibe. I don't think I've ever been on this street before walking. So we were on St. Dominique, that street that we were just on. St. Dominique. So I was going to stick around and wait for the truck to go back to the fire hall, but well, we got some action anyway. So I was trying to decide if it's better to go to Sherbrooke Metro Station or Barrie-UQAM Metro Station, as I do want to get back into Metro and get a bit of Metro action for my transit fans that watch my channel. I don't know what is in here. It must be residential, but definitely an old building. So again, we're walking in the east direction, and of course I do have other walking videos planned. I have the Jacques Cartier Bridge walking video, Parc Jean Drapeau walking video as well, and also, well, the walk on the frozen lake, Lac St. Louis. That's not going to be happening this part of the year because, well, snow's melting, the ice is melting. Last time I tried it a couple weeks ago, it was even a bit cooler than this, and my feet sank into the ice, the top layer. Oh, look at this. This is a steep hill. Be fun to bike down. Yeah, so I mean, the ice itself is very thick. You're not going to go through the ice into the actual river or lake, but the top layer is like slush, so you're going to get wet feet, which I did. And I guess seen some people wearing rubber boots there, so maybe that would have been the key, to wear some rubber boots. Yeah, so this here is nothing interesting really. Weird place for a house. Well, I'll keep filming. I mean, we're almost, there's this Hotel de Ville coming up. We're almost at some metro station, so I like that blue heart, really cool. I don't know if this is like a hostel or could even be offices, residential, commercial building. Well, you know what, we'll keep walking this way. Not sure where this goes. But yeah, look how steep this hill is. This is what we climbed up. And that's the thing about Montreal, you know, the more to the center you go, the higher you are in terms of elevation. This is the Cégep du Vieux-Montréal. So this is the old Montreal Cégep. It's like a college. You know what? We'll go down this way because I want to stay on Ontario Street. Probably a little bit more scenic. By the way, there's the Hydro-Quebec building and Complex Desjardins. That's where we were earlier. Just shows you how much we've walked. And it's so steep here. This hill is so steep that they actually had to put stairs on the sidewalks, which helps going down, makes it easier. So we're walking south for a minute or two, and then we're going to turn left again, heading east. And then go to Barrie-UQAM Metro, maybe. Don't know yet if I'm going to take the yellow line, maybe take the orange, and then the blue. Maybe I'll just take the yellow line to Jean Drapeau station. We'll see when we get there. So check the time. It is I don't want to stay out too late either, so it's 11:47. So what I could also do is take the green line all the way to Angriel and then come back. So I'll fit some transit in there. So many choices. That's the beauty of living in a city, you know. There's another one of those murals, seasonal themes. Reminds me of the windows at Snowdon Metro Station, not the windows, but the mural that's in the station. So if you know Snowdon Metro Station, there's 4 platforms, 2 for the orange line, 2 for the blue line, and they're on each. And there's 1 platform, 2 platforms on each level, and every platform has its own mural depicting the 4 seasons. So 4 platforms, 4 seasons. Alright, so we're back here on Ontario Street. This is a theater here, the Maison Theater House. We'll cross over here carefully. And make our way towards Barrie UQAM and make a decision from there where to go. This is where I filmed one of my only snow removal videos this year. It was right here on Ontario Street, actually where Fire Station 5 was earlier. I went there to see if I would get a response and ended up filming snow removal video instead, which is fine. I always get good feedback for snow removal videos. Other YouTubers as well, they do snow removal videos and yeah, they get good views and good feedback. I think what it is, people just like the machinery, and you know what we'll do? We'll go down here the street, Sanguinet, and we'll go back to the other street here. Like the lighting scheme up there. That's cool. I have 1 light like that. They have 6 light bulbs, colorful light bulbs, probably smart lights. Nice setup. So these 2 are interesting. These are like little apartment complexes that are spread out in this area. Also very cool to see. Out of the ordinary. So what I'm thinking, guys, I might just take the green line back towards LaSalle Metro or Lino Gru Metro, because I'm starting to feel my stomach getting a little sore and I don't want to be stuck outside when that happens. So yeah, I'm probably just going to go back to Barrie UQAM and like I said, film a metro ride or something on the green line. You could tell these streets have been recently repaved, very smooth, new looking. Yeah, these are really out of the ordinary. Interesting to see. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Just had to readjust my bag and stuff there. We're back here towards the Maisonneuve. So like I said, I'm probably just going to head back home towards the west. So here's the construction right now that's going on. They're redoing the membrane, the water membrane and whatnot here at Barrie UQAM, which is where we're going to be going into. And at least we'll get a metro ride on the green line back towards Angriel. Maybe I'll wrap it up at Lino Gru. Yeah, so this is going to take a bit of a quite a while to do this work here. They're replacing the water membrane, redoing some other infrastructure. So where we are right now, you got to be careful, especially at nighttime, because there's been a couple of news stories lately talking about how dangerous this area is. Especially the last few years, it's really gone downhill. A lot of crime and whatnot. Here's St. Denis Street. And we're going to be going into the metro entrance over here. I think there's one, yeah, right here. Yeah, so you can see the whole streets. This whole section is closed here on de Maisonneuve. So we'll go in and walk to the green line. I'm just gonna quickly do my jacket up here. Nice view of, used to be a church actually. Yeah, see, the thing with me is, you know, depending on where I am or what time of day it is, I can overheat. Sometimes I get cold, sometimes I get hot, especially this time of year. So I undo my jacket for a bit to cool down, and then to cool down, and I get cold again. I have to do it back up. But we're going inside now, Barry UQAM, and probably the rest of the video will be indoors from this point on in the metro system. So Barry UQAM station, of course, I think is the busiest metro station in the network. Could be wrong, but it's definitely one of the busiest. Fact is, you have 3 lines that connect to this station, while at most other transit hubs in the network have 2. And I'll show you what I mean here. So where we are, you can see we have here at Barry UQAM. We're going to be going down there. So we have Barry UQAM, we have the green line, the orange, and the yellow line all connected here. Other lines like Jean Talon have only 2 lines. You have the orange and the blue. Snowden, orange and the blue. And Lino Gru, the green and the orange. So this is definitely one of the busiest, if not the busiest, metro station in the Montreal metro network. Another fun fact about Barry UQAM station is the renovations have been going on here for over a decade. I remember as early as 2008, they were doing tons of renovations here, a lot of renovation work. And I have a video actually on my channel of a wall that was being rebuilt or extended back in the earlier days of my YouTube channel. So here's some cool videos. The opening day of the Montreal Metro, October 14th, 1966. So we're making our way towards the ticket booth / turnstiles, and well, look, we got a 45-minute video. We're probably going to make it to an hour at least, so I'll upload this video overnight or on the weekend, because it's probably going to take a couple hours to upload. This here, we have some water leaking, but if you look there, there's some buckets and whatnot, and down there is the green line. There's the Honorable Grand schedule, so that train's coming at 3 minutes. That's where we're going to be going down to the other side, right underneath, right across from us where those people are. So, and that's the Angrion direction. So now we're going into the main hall. go down here. And yeah, like I said, we'll be on the Angrion platform. And this is the way to the yellow line as well. Or you could take the other way. There's a train. Do I run? Or don't I run? No, I'm not going to run. There's no point in running. Worst comes to worst, I'll get, well, we got 10 minutes till the next one. I'll at least get some video of some transit action, maybe some trains going through the tail tracks and whatnot. That's set 35. Reserve set 35. Go down here, get some views of the tunnel, the artwork. All right, so we walked all the way to the other end of the platform, where we got some tracks here that lead to the yellow line. Oh, look, it's Azure Set 71. Shout out to Ryan Hector. Big fan of the Azure Set 71. The last Azure set produced. We got 71, set 71. And Ryan Hector is always, whenever he finds set 71, he's always doing a shout out. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, well, to know the set number, these two numbers right there. You got 71, and that's the car number 9. So shout out to you, Ryan Hector, as this train will now be departing towards Henri Beaugrand. Yeah, so the reason I came here is while we're waiting, maybe, not guaranteed, but maybe we'll see some trains coming out of here going this way or going that way. Specifically some MR73s. So I'll pause the video and either wait for the train to come or see some trains going in here or coming out of there. Oh my goodness, we got a pigeon in the metro system, ladies and gentlemen. This takes the cake. This takes the cake. We have a pigeon in Berry-UQAM station, ladies and gentlemen. This is incredible. Now I've seen it all. You know, I'm sitting here, or standing here, seeing if I get some metro action, and look, a pigeon appears out of nowhere. So hopefully he'll find his way out of here, just as he found his way in. Amazing. Well, he flew over to the other side of the tracks. If you're wondering how he got in, well, could be a door that was left open and he decided to come in, maybe saw some food and came in. Could be a ventilation shaft, could be anything. Our train should be here in about 3 minutes. Yeah, flew back on this side. He's back on the stair. All right, looks like it's an Azure set. Set 64. Tell you what, we'll film from this window. It's always a cool window to film from. Lots of space.
Prochaine station, Saint-Laurent. restaurant.
So like I said, I'll probably keep filming to Lino Gru Metro Station and I'll cut the video. I'm gonna try to isolate and copy that segment where the pigeon was, make it its own video.
Prochaine station, Place des Arts.
So we're going in the west direction towards Angrion Metro Station. Keep an eye out for some ventilation shafts. There's some relatively new ones that have been put into the tunnels recently.
Station, Place des Arts.
So because we're at the end of the Metro car, I don't think there's motors on the ends, which of course would be car 1 and car 9. We're in car 9 right now, rail car 9.
Station McGill. Prochaine station, Pile.
New elevator installed. Yeah, so keep an eye out. This is where we could see the new ventilation shafts. There's at least one of them.
Station Pile.
I think it's between Peel and Guy Concordia. Lighting in this section of the station is not the best.
Prochaine station, Guy Concordia. Station Guy Concordia.
Well, we missed a ventilation shaft because the Azure passed by. But we might get another chance to see another one coming up here. And there's like I said, there's a couple of newer ones spread out throughout the system. (12:19 a.m.) Wednesday, March 15th, 2023.
Prochaine station, droite.
So keep an eye out. You will see a metro shaft for sure here. I do remember for sure there's one here. It was actually featured on the news. I'll try to... There it is. The lights are out in it. Usually the lights are on.
Station à droite.
Former terminus, western terminus of the Green Line, Atwater Station. Of course, now it's Angrion. I mentioned in a few videos you can see the tunnel, within the tunnel where the train used to terminate and switch tracks.
Prochaine station, Lionel-Bourg.
Early catch, you have to be on the platform to see it.
Avec la ligne orange.
Alright, so I'm going to get ready to wrap it up. We'll do one more section of video here. Try to make it an even hour. Maybe I'll film to Charlevoix Station, as I'm going to get off a couple of stops after that and go home. Here for Verdun Metro Station. De l'Église. Jolicoeur, that area. Alright, so yeah, another minute or so of video and then I'll wrap her up. Trains are starting to show their age, you know. That's not necessarily the train's fault. Got a nice close-up view of this light changing colors. Red means doors are closing. There's the orange line right across from us, Côte Vertu direction.
Prochaine station, Charlevoix.
Alright, so I'll wrap it up now, guys, as soon as we start pulling into Charlevoix. And as always, I wish everybody a good night. Good day wherever you are in the world. Thank you for watching. And as always, more videos to come. As we approach the deepest station in the Montreal Metro network, Charlevoix. And my personal favorite, not just because of the depth. By the way, for the deepest point, you have to be on the Honorable Grand platform, which is the one below us. The tracks split up. Well, one goes to the lower end. The one goes to lower platform. One goes to the stays in the higher one. The one down below, which is the Honorable Grand direction,
Station Charlevoix.
where we just came from, that one's the deepest in the station. So have a good night, everybody. And I also like the stained glass windows here. So more videos to come. Thank you all for watching.